Yay!
Okay, Chessa, thank you so much for bringing us into your studio.
Thank you for coming.
So first and foremost, I want to talk to you about this amazing journey that started with singing.
Okay.
So when did you first realize that this is what you wanted to do with your life?
I think I realized when my brother was about to graduate from high school and we were about to be separated because, we lived in Hawaii and he wanted to pursue music. And we always were a duet. We always performed together as a team in Hawaii. And from that point on, we were just like, let's just move to LA together. And, we had to do a lot of convincing, tell our parents, like, this is it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to move to LA. We're going to pursue our dreams. And Chessa's coming with me. And we're like, oh my God. And, being from like an Asian cultured family, that's kind of like not a taboo, but it's like, it's not a consistent kind of living. So they're like, no, why don't you choose something that's more realistic, something that's more, that is constant, And, we said this is what we love to do, so it's either that or nothing. So we all moved and packed our bags, left Hawaii, moved to LA, and that's when I realized that this is something that I'm going to be doing for the long run.
And whose idea was it first? Was it you or Troy?
It was us together because, we've been performing. We're really close. He's my best friend. So together we were like, we couldn't separate each other. We're like twins, It's like we couldn't keep ourselves separate.
And is it true, I read somewhere that you guys threatened your parents that you would run away if they weren't down. Is that true?
Not necessarily run away, but Troy did say something like, if you don't let me go to LA, if you don't let us go to LA, I'm just going to be in Hawaii not doing anything. I won't pursue anything. You're just going to have to face it. So it's either that or nothing.
It's like
me being a hobo or me being music. Which one do you want?
Passive aggressive ambition. I like it. It worked, right?
It did.
So you guys are here. And the process of you coming to LA, what were some of like the setbacks and what were the things you liked right away?
Of course there's gonna be setbacks. We're from like a big fish in a small pond in Hawaii, and then when we moved to LA, everybody's going for the same dream, the same vision. Everybody wants to be a star. We came to LA not really knowing anybody, so we had to start fresh. We had to network and get to know people who believed in our talent, believed in our dream. And I remember when we first moved out here, we lived in an apartment, and we had neighbors complain. They're like, "Oh my God, you're making so much noise!" My brother would play keyboards, and the neighbor would knock on our door and be like, "I need you guys to stop playing the drums." We're like, "We don't have any drums." So it was a hard time. It was a difficult time, and then we moved to a house, and that time we were going through it was getting hard to pay for the house, so we had to give up our living space, our rooms, to open up a facility. Then my mom would help out my dad with the financial struggle that we're going through. So we did that, and we all lived in the garage. We gave up our space and we opened up the facility, and we're still doing it today. So it's a struggle. It's difficult.
Were you and Troy working at the same time while this is going on?
I was in high school. Troy, he was in college at Musicians Institute, and then after that, Troy started touring, and I went to college at FITM. And it was still difficult, and for me to be stuck and left behind while he's touring and doing the music thing, that was hard for me to see, because I was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to be pursuing music now, or am I going to be just stuck here doing another job? So it was difficult for me to see that.
Was there ever a time when you thought, maybe I don't want to be in music, maybe I want to do this instead? And what was it?
No, I always knew music would be something that I wanted to do and always will do. But there was one time in particular where I was out of college, and I started working at a gym, and my brother was touring and MDing for artists, and I just felt like I wasn't doing anything with my life. Like, I went and struggled to come all the way here to LA, and all I'm doing is like working at a gym at the front desk. So that was a turning point in my life where I'm just like, I need to do something. I mean, I'm not doing anything with my life. This is difficult. And you know, my family, my brother's like, let's go, let's audition for The Voice, let's do it. And I was like, no, another singing competition, I'm so over that kind of stuff. And he was like, it's just for fun, let's just do it. So we went in there together, and the funny thing is that when we got there, they separated us, and out of the two of us, it was just me, and I was left there, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this by myself. Like, no, I won't do it. No. And like, it took a lot of convincing. My mom, she cried her eyes, and she's like, come on, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Why aren't you not gonna do it? So if it wasn't for them pushing me and, like, you know, motivating me to move forward, I probably wouldn't have done The Voice.
So speaking of The Voice, it's kind of like a groundbreaking concept that they choose their talent based on purely talent. It's not just like the Hollywood package. And how did you feel being a part of that? It was season 2, but it's fairly new.
Right. Well, I tried out for season 1.
Oh, really?
The first time, yes. I tried out by myself that time. And that's the reason why I was like, oh, I'm so skeptical. I didn't want to join again. But I loved the concept of it. I think that's one of the reasons why I even audition, is because I love that they don't even base it on your physical attributes or, you know, how you look as a person, but just purely on your voice and how you can, you know, carry your vocal abilities on stage. And I thought that was like a great opportunity for me to go and do that, you know.
Was there something specifically about the show that made you think, like, I need to go back for round 2, even though I auditioned for round 1?
I guess it was like the drive that, you know, me and my brother had, and it was an opportunity for us to go as a duet. And I, you know, like I said, I wasn't expecting to go by myself or representing the both of us just by myself. So I was hoping that would just be the both of us, but I guess not. Things change when you're doing it.
And it worked out.
It did. Thankfully, it did. It gave me the opportunity to find who I was and discover myself. You know, I was going through a difficult time where I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know who I am. My brother's always calling the shots. I don't know. I wasn't able to know what I wanted for myself. So with The Voice, it helped me learn about what kind of style I wanted to do, what type of artist that I was. So I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to do that.